Winter Cut Day 77. Boys, today, we're back at it again. We're hitting a ridiculous, rambunctious, juicy shoulder day, okay? The pump is going to be absolutely incredible and immaculate and juicy again. And yeah, I already envisioned it in my mind. We're going to do hammer strength shoulder press, a couple sets of that. And then we're going to do, let's think. Oh yeah, side raises. I love the way they felt. For the first time in a long time, I love the way they felt because I went kind of in the seat and really grooved myself in on the bench and was able to like lean back against it and just get a lot of extra stability. And it was just all side delt. And I felt crazy contraction in my side delt. So definitely worth it there. Also, we're going to hit heavy tricep pushdowns. We might bump up the volume a little bit on shoulders or just see where our progression's at. I believe I got like 6 reps or something last time. I'll have to look on the video. But I did like probably 5 or 6 reps on the max stack for the shoulder press, which is kind of unfortunate, guys, because I like being able to progress. But I max out most of the stacks in the gym. The only ones I can think of that I don't max out are the lat pull down, which I'm getting close to. The lying hamstring curl. Sometimes just the seated hamstring curl as well. I honestly think that that's it. And maybe some of the chest press machines. But I'll actually tell you this, guys. It's funny because it reflects a little bit of a weakness, I feel like. You can kind of gauge, like, especially if the machines are all the same brand or if they have the same, like, pulley system, how strong are certain body parts, right? Because they know, like, they don't have to put on, like, 600 pounds on a chest press stack because barely anybody's doing that. They just put on, like, 250 or something like that, and you could add 5 increments. Whereas with a calf raise, they'll go up to 300 because they know, hey, people are doing more on this, so we're going to add more weight, all right? So if I can max out the calf raise, I should be able to max out the chest press machine. I don't know. Maybe that's a skewed strength standard, but I feel like there are, like, my physical weak points are my chest. So I'm not pressing as much on the machines. I'm not maxing the stack. You know, shoulders are definitely a strong point in terms of strength at the very least. They look pretty good. I could sit here and go on all day, but you guys get what I'm saying. Maybe it's inaccurate. I don't know. Maybe that's not a good metric to look at things, but your goal should be to max out all the machines in the gym. That's kind of my goal. It's kind of like beating every game on a certain console or something like that. It's just a cool thing to do. But then also you're going to get massive in the process. So we got creatine here. We also got coffee. I'm thinking I'm gonna friggin' just, I'm a little tired, but we're gonna fill this up. Big boy. And I'm gonna do that off camera because that takes a while. Or I could even just do put the mic up next to it and fill it up, and it sounds really satisfying. But anyway, I don't even know what coffee this is. All I know is it's caffeinated, so it's good enough for me. No decaf here, at least for the time being. Where's the thing? So yeah, heavy tricep pushdowns are probably what I'm looking forward to most. Like, the shoulder presses just feel like, I don't know, like with chest, I have a good connection. Like, I feel the connection between my chest and the weight. With lats, I have an amazing connection between my lats and the weight. Same thing with leg extensions and hamstring curls and everything. But with shoulder press, it just doesn't feel as, like, connected, if that makes sense. Like, the mind-muscle connection isn't really that good. Not to say that you have to, like, focus on that, but for me, I just feel like connecting with an exercise at the very least makes it more fun. So I'm going to try to see if I can just feel a better delt contraction. On side raises, I feel a great delt contraction, especially if it's seated. Right, if it's seated, man, I can Oh, that range of motion, I just feel it right now. It feels amazing. But, you know, overhead press, dude, not super, you don't feel it, at least for me. I mean, it really depends on the person and what they've been doing. So that's our goal today. We're going to try to feel good mind muscle connection with the overhead press. Try to move a little more weight on side raises probably. We're going to try to probably do 30s. Let's see how that works, because 25 is very light for me. You also have to consider I'm using no momentum because my back is against the bench. I'm not moving my torso, and my butt's, you know, on the bench too. So, guys, think about this. Don't cheat yourself. You could be using momentum without even realizing it on a lot of exercises. You might think those factors that I just mentioned, but then you might not realize that your arms are swinging at the bottom of every rep. That could easily happen. I could do that even if I'm not using my torso or my legs. I could get massive amounts of momentum pretty easily. So just consider, you know, don't dismiss the fact that you could possibly be getting a ton of momentum without realizing it, and it could be artificially inflating your lifts and causing unnecessary fatigue. So I've tried to pretty much really make sure that I'm not using momentum on a lot of exercises, but the ones that I make sure to use momentum on, and this is a little change of pace here, is back movements. I do not know why, okay? I don't know why. Doesn't make sense to me. I actually don't understand it at all. But my back gains have been so great, like so unimaginably crazy, just from swinging a little bit. Like, my back got not just stronger, because obviously if you swing, you're going to increase the weight, but it got so much bigger. And I have a theory, okay? I was not progressing on any back movements for a long time. I would try to get more pull-ups, couldn't get more pull-ups, that wasn't working for me. I would try to get chin-ups, wouldn't get more chin-ups, that wasn't working for me. I just never liked that stuff. And I think part of it also is because I loved like bulking and stuff. And, you know, if I'm always getting 5 reps on the pull-up, and then sometimes I get 4, and I'm bulking, that sucks. I want to be able to get continually, I want to be able to PR in a movement notably, right? Not just maintain. So lat pull-downs for me would have been that, but I was so strict with the form that it actually cost me the progressibility of the movement. So now I'm, you know, here I am unable to progress doing this really strict mind muscle connection type of form. And, you know, no swinging or anything like that. But once I implemented this swing, it allowed the progressibility to increase, right? I don't swing my body like crazy, but just a minimal, like just about this much for every rep. And what that does is it allows me to lift a little bit more weight, and I can actually progressively overload way easier now. And it just feels way more natural. So that's all I'm saying. It just freaking works. So definitely going to keep implementing that. Recently, the change that I implemented also was a much more minor change. Not like a form overhaul, but just shifting my grip inward for lat pull downs. And that, you know, I went from wide grip for a while, just really getting a good connection, to now I'm like, all right, mid grip it should be good, should be fun, just switching it up. You got to keep your training fresh, you know. So we're gonna get some ice cubes in the coffee. I'm not trying to have iced coffee specifically, but it makes it a lot easier to just chug within like a half second whenever it's nice and cold. So the videos have been longer lately. I'm enjoying them more, just getting better as I go. And you know, but initially whenever I was like editing my videos and stuff, I had to make like a ton of random cuts just because, you know, I was just trying to find the right things to say. But the more I treat it kind of like I'm talking to a friend or something, the better my videos are, you know? So, if any of you were thinking about videos, like making them, I would just say that the main thing that I've done to enjoy it more and make it feel more natural is literally just what I said. Just make it feel normal, like you're talking to a buddy or something. Because if you're not yourself, it's going to show on camera, you know? It's going to show in life if you're not yourself. And the thing is, I am Jay Cutler. So, guys, today we're going to do 4 sets of 12 repetitions. We're really just going to try to get a good pump of the muscle. And, you know, we're not going to leave the gym till we're pumped. If you could squat, you could do anything. You could do anything. There's a reason people don't squat. It's hard. It's hard. People don't want what's hard. They want what's easy, what looks showy. Forget about it. You could do leg presses, but why? Guys, I might be motivating myself to do legs today. See you guys at the gym.
Yeah. Do what I want me to play, but I'll get it myself.
Alright. It's a high quality feeler rep. So something most people don't know about shoulder presses in general. The front delts actually have best leverage to produce force at about 90 degrees of humeral elevation and above. So if you apply that principle to overhead press, that would basically mean that the last half is the most effective in terms of force production, right? So you guys will often see me really just making sure I'm getting that last half because I believe it's important. A lot of guys will do the bottom half. Well, the thing is, the upper chest actually has really, really, really good leverage in this bottom half, right, from here to here. So a lot of guys will pause here and everything and they'll do this huge range of motion, but especially if you're doing a lot of upper chest work on the side, you really do not need to get the extra upper chest work that you would get from the bottom half of this. Now, if you want front delt stretch or whatever, that's a different subject, but in terms of force production, it's gonna be your go-to. Juice! Oh my gosh. It's heavy. It's something about bodybuilders, man. The first time I saw a genuine bodybuilder was Ronnie Coleman when I was like a little kid. I saw Ronnie Coleman and I was just like, that's the most insane thing I've ever seen. How does somebody even get like that? Like, that just looked crazy to me, right? And, you know, that was literally the first bodybuilder I ever remember seeing. So, or at least notable bodybuilder. Because, you know, at the time, everybody looks the same, you know, when you're a little kid. Until somebody looks like a monster. So, but, you know, when I started watching bodybuilding and stuff, like, when I started becoming more interested in it, around when I first started working out, you know, 12, 13 years old, Ronnie was the same as Arnold, was the same as anybody else in the bodybuilding world. But obviously, you know, as you learn more about it, you realize just how different these bodybuilders are, how impressive some of them are, and how some of them are very gifted in certain areas. And, you know, I always circle back to Ronnie Coleman. Like, in looking at him now, like, compared to, like, Jay and all the guys he competed against, it's not even comparable. I'm just being honest. Ronnie was genuinely the greatest bodybuilder of all time in every aspect. He had perfect proportions and shape. You know, in the later years, obviously he had a bigger waist, but in his prime, he's unbeatable. I don't think when people say there can't be another Ronnie, honestly, I'm kind of thinking like the chances of that happening again are so low because he had probably the greatest genetics ever. So, I mean, you look at him next to Flex Wheeler. Flex was amazing, man, but Ronnie was just bigger. You know, Flex had the arms, but Ronnie was just like Ronnie had arms like Flex's, but he had a chest and back and legs that were equivalent of Flex's arms. Everything on him was impressive. So it's just like the appreciation that I have for people like Ronnie is so much greater than before. It's not just another bodybuilder, you know. He's super gifted, and I think especially once you mature and kind of realize that not everybody who's a mass monster is the same, you'll see, if you have an eye for it, you'll see what I mean. We're gonna do pretty high volume today. I usually stick to 2 to 3 sets on most things, sometimes even 1. But today I want to do 4 sets on overhead press, 4 sets on side raises, 4 sets on rear delt machine flies, which by the way is like probably one of my favorite movements, one of the movements I connect with the best. You know, one thing I never believed in was tracking rest times. I think it's pointless in my opinion. I think just the best general rule of thumb is go when you really feel ready. Like a lot of guys will go, oh, 30 seconds, I'm ready. Well, being ready is a subjective thing. So I would say go when you feel like not only is your cardiovascular system recovered, but when you feel like you could do another hard set with very similar intensity to the previous set and, you know, similar performance, right? You shouldn't be getting your top set for 8 reps and then the next set you're getting like 3 reps of the same weight. It should be like 8 and 6 or something like that. Everybody's a little different, but I'm saying it shouldn't just be like your top set's amazing and then because you're taking a 30-second rest, everything crashes down, right? Take like around 2 minutes because that's around when you should start to feel ready, you should start to feel like you can have high levels of motor unit recruitment. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Juice. Go.
Yeah, I seen you the next day. I'm glad you were in the city. Caleb and Tristan? Hey, Caleb. The second time, I'm like, did you guys all like arm play? Avalon, I mean. That's because it was Don's birthday. They're like all these other niggas. That shit crazy. Well, the line was outside. Then 10 pennies.
That was pretty solid work. I really enjoy the intensity there. I haven't put intensity into side raises like that in forever. Lately, I've just been kind of easing up on them, or really not doing them, or skipping them, or whatever. So it was nice to finally start enjoying them again.
For that situation, don't get me wrong, I don't got a problem. You hit it, and you still go back to it like that. Caleb hit it too.
All right, so my shoulders are burning like crazy. I have a stupid bump right now. It hurts. A little stupid in a good way, but we're just gonna go super heavy on this. Go for the full stack again. See if we can get like 10 reps or something. But in the meantime, we got it at 42.5. Max stack is 95. I think I'm just gonna jump straight to the max stack because this isn't that heavy. We're gonna run that back for one more set. Alright, let's go hit the posing room. Alright, boys. So, today was an incredible shoulder and tricep day. I am super pumped. Shoulders are a little bit faded, just because I, did triceps and stuff after, so the pump isn't as crazy as it was a minute ago. But in general, you guys can see it. Triceps make up most of the arm. No wonder my arms look huge right now. Tricep pump is better than a bicep pump, changed my mind. But both are way better than either one. So anyway, I'm gonna get some white girl music on and pose and have a good time, and you guys are gonna get to witness.
Bro, I'm like setting up for a bench press.
Do you remember that swear woke up at like noon? I went to get to my desk to like write an email, and then I put my phone on silent. He texted me. I didn't check my phone again until 1. And yeah, I was kind of fucked. I didn't even hear you warm up. That's what I thought. No, I was just doing something. Like, I didn't reply back to the guy. He emailed me yesterday for the interview, so.
I've been up since like, I got up at like 9.
Yeah. Fuck me, dude. I wake up at like 8. Class. Almost every day of the week. So
Yeah.
I'm just been sleeping here.
I usually get up early, like 6:30 for school.
Yeah.
But I'm on break this week. Coming up.
You said 6:30?
Yeah, for when I gotta be over there.
Oh yeah, because you gotta drive.
Yeah.
Commuting. That sucks. I hate that. I was 30 more pounds here.
I'm trying to get under 2 right now. I'm like 210 pounds. I want to get down to like 190. Like, it's gonna be a slow process though, because I'm not trying to really lose my strength.
If I can hit like sub 200 by the end of the month, that's good. Honestly, I should have been doing cardio this week. I just gotta stop doing it. Maybe.
I got back on this week.
All right, boys. So I was gonna end it off there, but we got a lot of time. So I'm gonna just practice posing some more. And obviously posing is cool and whatnot, and it's fun to do, but practicing it is important, especially for when you get on stage. So we're gonna practice it some more. pose. Can you take me higher? Da, 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 da. All right, boys, I just got out of the shower. Shoulder session was immaculate today. I did a lot of freaking pretty solid pump work. I'm just kind of jumping on this trampoline while I'm talking. But yeah, I did a lot of pretty solid pump work. Did a higher volume than I'm used to in general. I think I did, like 4 sets on the shoulder press and I think 4 sets of side raises. But then other than that, rear delts, I might have done, I think I did 4 sets on everything except for triceps. So, yeah, still getting used to the idea of working my rear delts on a shoulder day, because for the longest time, every time I'd implement shoulder day, it was too close to back day. So I wanted to make sure my rear delts were recovered. But now that's not an issue since I have the days pretty much lined up perfectly. So this is definitely the best split that I have ever been on. This is probably the most effective amount of volume that I've been doing. And I'm thinking we're going to see some pretty humongous shoulder growth. Because, guys, I don't work shoulders. If you watch me, you know this. I don't train my shoulders. Barely ever. And if I do, it's kind of just putting them on the back burner. Not really trying to develop them. But I'm very excited to see. Because I think my shoulders have a lot of potential. They're already pretty big. Especially considering I don't train them really. Other than just indirect, pressing and rowing and stuff like that. But the occasional, 1 set of side raises if I have time. But, taking progressive overload more seriously has kind of been the key in general to my fastest progression I've ever had. So implementing that with preacher curls and tricep pushdowns and incline press, and just making sure that the main thing that I focus on is progressive overload has been the absolute best thing I've done. And so we're going to also implement that, like I said, with side raises, try to top previous reps I'm going to watch the video back and see how many reps I got on my top sets, just to make sure I can do better next time, right? Because I always talk about how progressive overload is the key, but I need to implement it more myself in as many areas as possible. And I also want to make a little side note. I talk about motor unit recruitment very often, and how if you add stability and limit the amount of other working parts of the body, you can allocate more motor unit recruitment to a certain muscle. And I believe that that's true. But I think if you're a beginner or intermediate, you really do not need to worry about that. And I think you're actually better off focusing on how progressible a movement is rather than how good is the motor unit recruitment. Because you can easily access high threshold motor units whenever you're a beginner and intermediate. But as you advance more, when you become more advanced, you have to figure out, all right, how can I isolate this muscle to make sure I can most effectively target it? But even then, you can still progress. You see plenty of huge guys doing things that don't have the best motor unit recruitment, and they're progressing, you know? So, anyway, don't be afraid to get a little momentum in your training, a little bit of swinging, you know, partials, whatever. Just train hard. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you tomorrow for whatever I do tomorrow.